throughout the years, man, I've done these videos. I think I started in 2019. I've done these videos, and the title it goes like this. You know what I'm saying? It's in whatever the year is. Let's say, for example, 2019, right? It's 2019, and I still don't support black-owned businesses. I've been doing these videos like for the last 3 going on 4 years. And in every video that I've done, I've always addressed, black-owned businesses and how I don't support them and the reasons why, And this particular year, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to talk about the black customer. Because even though there's a lot of black-owned businesses that are no good, there's still exceptions to the rules. And I've ran into those exceptions to the rules. Meaning black-owned businesses that ran their business the right way. And those businesses that ran their businesses the right way, the thing that they lacked was the black dollar. The person or customer that they lacked was the black customer. And what's so crazy is that black people, it's messed up to say, but it's the truth. Black people will find every excuse on the planet to not support their own. They'll go as far as to make up shit. Well, I heard and da-da-da-da-da, but you don't factually know. And this is the reason why we're going to always stay in our place. For real. We're never going to go any higher than what we are. Because we take that black dollar and we support everybody else's businesses except for ours. I did a video, seriously, this is my word. I did a video, 2 different videos, right? And I said, it was similar to the black-owned businesses, but it was a spin. It was, one of the titles of the video was called, it's 2021, if I'm not mistaken, and you're still wearing Nikes, Air Force Ones, and Timbs. And then the second video was something like, you still wearing Air Force Ones and Timbs. I'm not lying, this is my word. I just got a comment in one of those videos. A dude said, I've been wearing Timbs and Air Force Ones for the longest. I'm not going to stop wearing them. Matter of fact, I bought a new pair today. And it's crazy. No matter what Timberland does, the company that is, or says about black people, no matter what Nike does or says about black people still going to support those 2 companies regardless. And this is the reason why black-owned businesses can't win. And they don't survive against the juggernauts like your Nike, your Timberland, your Versace, your Louis Vuitton. What's so crazy is that there was a shift, you know what I'm saying? And the shift was a couple years back. People were wearing like regular name European brand clothes, you know what I'm saying? Like Tommy Hilfiger, Nautica, Polo. And then all of a sudden, black people switched over, you know what I'm saying? There was a shift. Now they're wearing high-end European clothes. You know what I'm saying? Like Versace, Fendi, Gucci, and the list goes on. So they've taken more of the dollars that they had in their pockets to put in Europeans' pocket, which is crazy to me. So what I'm saying, instead of, the black man spending, let's say a Tommy Hilfiger shirt will run you about $60, they took that money and started buying a Gucci, which a regular Gucci shirt with a logo on it, some shit like that, will run you about $1.50 and change. And that's just ridiculous to me, man. That no matter what, black people are still going to support anyone outside of their race. Straight up. Like, seriously, I've done these videos throughout the years, and I critique black-owned businesses. I wanted them to do good so that I can take my black dollar and give it to them. I want to find a black-owned business that creates toilet tissue, like the essential things, toothpaste. Now I know the guy from Atlanta has the We Buy Black thing. You know what I'm saying? Not thing. I don't want to say it like that, but WeBuyBlack.com. I think that's what it is. And they have black-owned detergent, toothbrush, toothpaste, all of that stuff. But see, the thing of it is you have to, and I understand why their prices are the way that they are. I understand it, but coming from me, you know what I'm saying? I have to budget. I have children. I have responsibilities. So, in other words, what you have to do is these black-owned businesses, I'll patronize your business, but you have to be competitive. I mean, your tissue, say for example, you selling tissue. Your tissue has to be the same price, or it may be a little bit more, but it can't be $2-3 more. Because then I'm going to have to continue to buy Scott tissue. But the reason why I made these videos throughout the years is just to critique black-owned businesses and to let them know, hey, listen, I have a black dollar. I am a black customer, and I want to patronize your business. If you fix it, I will. But that's not what the average black customer or consumer does. They say, oh, fuck all the black businesses altogether because ain't none of them any good. That's not my thought process. That's not. I ultimately want to support my my black people. I ultimately want to put my black dollar, for the sake of the conversation, we know that there's no black dollar that exists because it's nothing but a, I'm gonna take it there. The dollar bill is nothing but 75% cotton, 25% linen, with white racist dead presidents stepped on it. But for the sake of the conversation, I want to, give my black dollar, hand my black dollar over to a black-owned business. But not these black people. They feel as though, and this has been going on for years, straight up, they feel as though that if they wear what white people wear, they'll be treated fairly. They'll be important. They'll be a man or a woman. Because, you wearing what white people wear, red bottoms and shit. Paying all that fucking money, and for what? You're gonna get pulled over just like any other fucking nigga would. You're gonna be racially discriminated just like any other nigga would. Doesn't make a difference whether you got a costume on or not, because that's what it is. This motherfucker bragging about I got my shirt $6,500 and the pants is $7,500 and it's Versace and it's Fendi and it's this and that with your fucked up mentality. What you needed to have done is invest in your fucking brain, knowledge. You got too fucking laid back and lazy. We need to go back to the old days, when segregation existed. Where we had to fucking do for self. We were forced to do it. We were forced to be entrepreneurs. We were forced to have our own schools, our churches, our banks. All of that. Our own stores, grocery stores, barbershops, beauty salons. But now that we've integrated, black people feel as though that they ain't got to do any of that shit anymore. They don't have to patronize no motherfucker. Like, patronizing black-owned businesses is optional. And don't give me that shit. Like I said, black people come up with all these fucking excuses. Well, the reason why I don't go over there is because they ain't right, and and this and that and so forth. Yeah, there are a lot of black-owned businesses that are not right. But I'm going to tell you, there are quite a few that are exceptions to the rules. And what's your excuse now when you run into those type of businesses? And it's crazy to me. It's crazy that, like, in the United States of America, spelled with 3 Ks, that we have to say support black-owned businesses. I thought that we were dealing with equality. I thought that this was a fair, I thought that this country was built on democracy. You know what I'm saying? Like, in in real America, so to speak, there shouldn't be black-owned businesses. There should just be businesses. And people should patronize businesses based on the quality of the product that they get, that they purchase. And the customer service as well, because customer service goes a long way. The type of customer service that they receive from that particular business. Other than that, there shouldn't be no so-called black-owned businesses existing in 2022. If you understand where I'm coming from, that there shouldn't be a skin color in front of a business. It's either the product is good or not. It's either the customer service is good or not. And if the customer service is good and the product is good, doesn't make a difference what fucking race it is. It's that plain and simple. It's not complicated about this shit, my nigga. At all. But here you got a bunch of monkeys walking around, and yeah, I said it, goddammit. Because that's just how you motherfuckers look. Walking around, monkeys walking around with high-end European name brand clothes on. You spend your last bit of money for that motherfucking Louis Vuitton belt. You saved up a lifetime just to get that shit. Your priorities are chopped and screwed. And that's crazy to me. Y'all motherfuckers will stand in line for some retro fucking Jordans. And for what? Jordan don't give a fuck about you. Michael Jordan gives two fucks about you. That's facts, my nigga. Straight up. I ain't never owned a fucking pair of Jordans in my fucking life. And never will. Fuck that nigga. But you got some people out there that regardless of what Michael Jordan does, they still gonna support him. Air Force Ones look like fucking Frankenstein shoes, and I said it, goddammit. Frankenstein shoes. I had a pair. I was like, who the fuck wears these clogs every day? Who the fuck wear these shits? Motherfucking Frankenstein shoes and shit. But no matter what, y'all niggas will go out there, buy the SBs and all the rest of that shit. Fucking $200, $700 sneakers and shit. I seen some fucking Jordans. I think it was Jordans. Yeah, Jordans or whatever, them retro shits and vintage or whatever the fuck. I don't even know what the names are. The 3s or the 4s or the 5s or the 6. Y'all know all of that shit. But once I start talking about Mansa Musa, Marcus Garvey, and the likes, y'all don't know any of your black history. Niggas still playing PS5, Xbox Live. Don't even know that a black man invented the first video game console and video game cartridge. But you wait in line for that PS5 though. And it's crazy to me. Crazy. You know what I'm saying? And then our children, man, it's crazy, man. Like our children, they just trying to get by. Like I understand. Yo, I used to live in Atlanta. I'm making it relevant. I used to live in Atlanta. I know about the Water Boys. I know about it. Fuck with me, big bro. Come on, fuck with me, big bro. I know about them. They trying to make an honest living. They not slinging rocks. Yeah, they are aggressive. They are. I'm not gonna lie. But what would you rather them to do? Sell crack so you could talk shit about them when they get locked up and they go to jail? Shoot and kill each other so you could talk shit about them? And talk about how the kids don't listen these days, knowing that your punk ass wasn't there to raise the motherfucker? Or would you rather him to sell water? And one day, once you stop, get out the fucking car and teach him how to properly sell his fucking product. And tell him that he can't be aggressive. And that he has to accept no sometimes. But we don't do that. We have failed our children and we failed overall one another. It's a damn shame that in 2022, we, including me, don't support black-owned businesses. It's a shame. And like I said, it's okay to critique. It's okay to talk about the negative. You know what I'm saying? To correct these black-owned businesses, to get them on the right track. It's okay to do that. But once they're there, then what? Do you continue to patronize Nike and not the black-owned business that has sneakers and that look just as good as Nike? Yo, we something else, man. That's including myself. I'm not exempt at all. I'm just as fucked up as anybody else. Just as fucked up as our race is right now. I'm not gonna ostracize myself and act like, oh, I'm an innocent angel, because I'm far from that. I just know that, in order for the black race to continue, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I mean by continue, like, for us to exist in the near future, the next 100 years, we're gonna have to get it together. Because I'm telling you, this is a cold world, and don't nobody give a fuck about us. Straight up. I don't give a fuck how much they smile in your face and act like they do. They don't give a fuck. And why should they? Why should any other race give a fuck about us at all? And I ain't gonna say because we don't give a fuck about ourselves. I'm not gonna say that. I'm just asking, why should we? I know I don't give a fuck about other races. I don't. I mean, don't get it twisted. If I can help a person, I will. But at the end of the day, it's all about self-preservation. It's all about individuality when it comes to races. You see, I know that the white people got their own back. I know that the Orientals or the Asians got their own back, the Mexicans, etc. But it seems like I'm the only one in the black race that knows that. Me and a couple other people. Other than that, the rest of the other people feel as though that they got to help this person out, help that person out, and this and that and so forth. I remember, and then I'm done. You know what I'm saying? This is very controversial, but I'm going to say it. I remember when, it was this past year, Asians were getting their ass kicked, right? And people were recording it, and there were black people that were beating up Asians. And everybody was like, stop the hate, stop the Asian hate. And, you have these rallies and marches and shit like that. And I was saying to myself, like, and there was black people and, helping, the hashtag stop Asian hate and all the rest of that, right? And I was saying to myself, let me get this right. The Asians have been a detriment to our community for years. With their nail salons, their hair, beauty supply stores, their Chinese food restaurant that they know that they don't serve no fucking real chicken in there, or pork or beef. They know it's cat and dog. I know because I used to be in front of a Chinese food restaurant selling my bootleg movies and CDs. And when I saw that same family that cooked that bullshit and sell it in the Chinese food restaurant, and then when it comes down to for them to eat, that they were eating way more different from what the shit that they were selling, I say, yeah, they selling cat and dog. I've seen Asian hate towards blacks. I've seen Asians put their, literally, I'm not lying, put their foot up a black woman's ass to kick them out. They have been terrorizing us and sucking the money, the black dollar out of our community for years. And then all of a sudden, a motherfucker get a foot up his ass and somebody recorded now and stop black Asian hate. How about stop Asians or people that come in our community that take the black dollar, don't give a fuck about us? How about stopping them from coming in our community? How about that, goddammit? How about let's talk about, because you know what? A lot of people have G-checked me throughout these years talking about, black owned businesses. And they've said, yo, well, what about the white-owned businesses that's fucked up? Well, let's start talking about their asses too. Straight up. I ain't gonna say we, because I don't go to that fucking restaurant. But y'all niggas be going to McDonald's and that goddamn ice cream motherfucking machine steadily fucking broke. And you gotta continue to ask for hot fucking fries. I know because I used to go there years ago. Prior to me becoming a vegetarian. Let's talk about these high-end clothes. Let's talk about Tommy Hilfiger, Timberlands, and all of these fucking places. Timberland is selling you a fucking work boot, a construction boot that's what? The shit is $150 or $200? It's a work boot. And they're getting away with it. Go to any construction site and you'll see that half of these motherfuckers got Timberlands on. The fresh butter ones. And they selling that shit to you. Gucci had that Sambo monkey thing. And y'all said something about it. T.I. I think mentioned, and then 1 week later, niggas went right back to wearing that shit. It's crazy. Yo, this year, man, for 2022, I'm gonna find me some black-owned businesses, and I'm gonna support them. That plain and simple.